Effort continued. I feel called to just keep hammering these videos out. This one is, I'm going to start over. Effort continued. In the last video I asked you, are you positively motivated or are you negatively motivated? So hopefully you have that answer. And now that you have that answer, I'm going to tell you that it doesn't matter, because I want you to get to a point where you can achieve your goals and do the task at hand with joy in your heart versus seeking happiness. First off, let's talk about the difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is circumstantial. An event has to happen. There's something materialistic that ties to happiness versus joy. Joy is very similar feeling, but it comes from within. Joy can be attached to whatever task is at hand, whatever is needed to be done. You can do that with joy in your heart. How do you give the most effort without running out? So you start the task with 100% effort, or capable of 100%, and how do you spread that out? Does it look like, okay, well, I have 100% and I have a task of 5 hours, that means I'm going to use 20% an hour? Or is it I'm going to try my best the whole time, and when I feel tired, when I need a rest, when I need a pick-me-up, then I will fill my cup back up to then put in the effort. None of that is scientifically backed. These are just my thoughts. I talked about visual rewards and audio rewards. Look at those tasks where you can finish up and look at what you've done. Cutting the grass is a great one. When you, as a man, when you get done cutting your grass, you take a minute and you just look and you see the stripes, you see the lines, you see it in perfect condition. That might be a part of the reward right there. When you get inside, maybe you live with someone and they compliment the yard, boom, there's an audio reward. Maybe it's your neighbor. Maybe your neighbor comes by and is like, man, what have you done to your grass? It looks awesome. The emotional reward, that one may take a little while. Sometimes we put in all the effort and we don't see anything in return, and it takes a while for the reward to show up or reveal itself. The emotional reward is, hey, I did that, or although that it was terrible, it was a grind, I survived. I'm now stronger to achieve the next task because I know that I made it through this one. So joy, how do we do it with joy in our heart versus seeking happiness? Mastery is a form of getting better every time. Every repetition, you're going to get a little bit better. If you do something 1,000 times, you will accidentally become a master of it. Maybe not accidentally, you have to be aware and you have to self-diagnose and chase continuous improvement. But mastery is something that you can take to any task and know, hey, even though this is not my favorite thing to do, even though I would rather do anything in the world other than what I'm doing now, at least I'm getting a little bit better. Also, mastery will help the task get easier because you're going to find new ways and you're going to get a little bit better each time. Autonomy. that is a form of independence. It's a form of someone giving you the power to do the task. They don't necessarily care how the task gets done. They just want it to get completed. And that gives you the opportunity to have creativity and to also self-diagnose and to chase the mastery. Because with autonomy, you're going to mess up. You know, there's going to be trials. You're going to may have to do it the wrong way in order to figure out what the right way is. But autonomy is awesome. It is a great way to brainstorm and to get your team to come up with new ideas. Purpose. This purpose is different for everyone. You know, if you feel like you're doing a task and you're only doing it for yourself, that's okay, but, you know, God is watching also. So the purpose of your task may be to glorify God. And the easiest way to glorify God is to give all the effort that you have. Another purpose is your family and your friends, and giving their effort that you have available to someone else and sharing your strengths and your weaknesses can really help with your purpose. Your purpose is your why. You go back to the question of, hey, I've got a project, and you know, your follow-up questions are, okay, how much do I get paid? If that's the first question that you ask, money is very important to you. Money may be the main motivator for you, and you may need to look back into the mastery, autonomy, and the purpose and stop chasing just a dollar figure, because money is fleeting. It burns a hole in your pocket, and it's something that we all need for life, but it doesn't create life. All it really does is just give you more options. Company fellowship. When you are going at a task together with a group, it always makes it a little bit better. Iron sharpens iron. Go back to the Aqua Charter videos and watch the Slinging Slasher interviews. That was one of the biggest things. They're doing insane things on a wakeboard, and I thought he was going to have this huge answer of like, well, you know, I wake up, drink 2 glasses of water, drink a protein shake, go to the gym, you know, do all these things. No, he literally just says the reason of my progression is because of the homies. It's having a group of active fellowship or company fellowship or reward. Everybody's chasing the same goal. Doing something hard first thing in the morning makes the rest of the day easier. A lot of people like to work out in the morning. Ice bath, perfect for the morning. This guy's got a nice Mustang. We're really putting the mic to the test today. Yeah, I got a mic. I couldn't help it. I had a choice to make. It was either get new shoes or get a mic. And there's holes in my shoes, but there's also holes in the audio. So I made a decision. It helps me give full effort in these videos, so I went for it, and I'm stoked. Doing something hard makes the rest of the day easier. Also, how do we recharge? How do you fill your tank back up? How do you prevent burnout? One of the best ways to recharge is a hobby or an activity where the consequences don't really matter. It may be where, you know, it's a board game or a video game or a sport, you know, disc golf. For me, disc golf, skateboarding, golf, wakeboarding, I've got enough hobbies. I'm a guitar. I'm not looking for more hobbies, but I know that the hobbies that I do like to participate in, they help me recharge. They help me to have a little bit of time where I just focus on me and me alone, and that helps me then take that momentum and pour it into my work and pour it into my family. So how do you recharge? Is it substances? Is there certain things that help keep you motivated? Um, I'll be the last one to tell you that that's not okay. But just know if there's any substances that you're dealing with and that you absolutely feel like you have to have, ask God to take that away from you, or ask God to fill you up with the Holy Spirit and allow you to lean more on Him than you do on substances. So, continued. I just hit the 10-minute mark. Keeping your ego in check. This is a tough one because I feel like a lot of people, when they start to get close to the mastery and they are doing a good job of giving effort, then their ego starts to go out of control, where they feel like they may deserve more than what they're getting. And it's important to know that the humble will be exalted, and the exalted will be humbled.